Larry, tell us about the farm with the pheasants and the chukars.
I mean, I've been in the bird business about 35 years already, and I got into the shooting 11 years ago. I used to supply a pretty big shooting preserve, and then they closed up. So then I thought, well, I'm going to open up a small one here on the farm. So we started doing that, and basically what I'm up to here is I just operate a little bit differently than anybody else. Is when you reserve the time, it's your farm. You know, there won't be anybody else here, and that's a big key.
Yeah, that's great.
Sometimes when you come to these places, they pack you in, they pack you in a little bit, and I won't do that. It doesn't matter if you come with one guy, 4 guys, doesn't matter.
Okay.
You have the farm.
What kind of shot shell do you suggest? Guys coming up here, they're going to shoot chukars and pheasant.
You know, when we do the guiding, we're using all pointers, so the birds are going to go right near you, and you want to eat the birds. So what I always tell the guys is when we go, we should nothing but low brass 7.5s is all we use.
Now, do you supply the dogs, or can guys bring their dogs too?
Guys can bring their own dogs if they have the dogs, absolutely. And if they don't have a dog, I make you hunt with a dog. All right.
Okay.
The reason for that is you want to try to make the cover last as long as you can. So to make the cover last, I want you to walk straight lines and let the dogs do the work.
Now, what kind of guns? Any obviously shotguns.
There's shotguns, 2 3/4 inch. And like I said, then 7.5 or 6 shot.
Yeah. Now we're up here on a Sunday hunting chukars, and I'm sure a lot of guys in PA are going to say, "How are you hunting on a Sunday for birds?"
The reason that we can shoot chukars on a Sunday is because we have no season on them. They're not a game bird. So then, for me, because I only do 2 hunts a day, and so I just tell the guys just to try. Saturdays are your big day.
Yeah.
And everybody's working. So what I try to do with some of the guys is, I'll just tell them, how about doing a chukar hunt on a Sunday? Because we can legally shoot chukars on a Sunday. And, so that's kind of what we're doing here today. And it just gives you a little bit extra time to do some hunting.
Yeah, and it's great because having my son up in the family, we have to work on a Saturday, or parents have kids that are a little older, have soccer games and football games and things like that. All they have is a Sunday. So this gives them that great opportunity to come out and spend some time with some friends and some family out there hunting and shooting.
Bring the kids along. If the kids aren't old enough, we're losing numbers every year.
Yep, absolutely.
And it's a great way to start the kids out. You got to get them in the outdoors.
Okay, that's great. Any other tips for any other guys calling you or coming up, or
the best thing to do is just call, give a holler, and what you do is just reserve the time.
Or in advance.
And you want to call in advance because it's tough to get in. So I'm usually like almost a month ahead. I'm booked. For the Saturdays. During the week, that's a different story then.
Okay.
And that's a lot easier to get in. But you always have cancellations sometime. And like yesterday, it turned out that I had an elderly gentleman to come in, and they called at noontime, and they just wanted to shoot a couple birds. And I thought, well, you know what? We can play there a little bit, like for an hour in the evening. We just did a couple birds, and they had a good time with it. So you just call, and if you don't get me, I'll get back to you. Just let your number, and kind of go from there.
Great.